Saw you guys play a shorthanded Warriors team earlier this month. Did you think the focus from your team was better tonight compared to a few weeks ago?
I just think we're continuing to try to build and get better. They didn't have their guys tonight, so we spoke about it in the locker room that we just needed to play to our standards. We want to respect our opponents. I said it earlier, but we just want to play our style. I thought we did that tonight, and it's good to get a win.
I believe it was 57 bench points. How important has the depth for you guys been all year?
It's extremely important for if you want to go far, especially in the postseason. Having your second unit that can come in, that can execute, that's fearless. They play together. They play with joy. It makes all the difference in the world of how far your team can go.
Yeah, this was B.I.'s first 30-point game of the season. How good was it to see him just get himself going early within the flow of the offense?
It was great. I thought he was fantastic all game. He played with force. When he decided to go, he went quickly, things that we've talked about. It was just good to see him put together an all-around good game. Like I said, good. It's hard to win in the NBA, so anytime you can get a win, no matter who it is great for us.
Yeah, you mentioned they didn't have all their guys, but 28 turnovers is still pretty good for your defensive unit. Just what did you think about just the disruptiveness you guys had on that end?
Yeah, we just want to keep building. Get deflections, make sure we're communicating defensively. We go on the road here for 2 games, so we'll play against some tough matchups, and we'll continue to build. But like I said, great win.
How nice was it to see Devonte be able to get going tonight?
Really good to see Devonte get open, knock down some catch and shoot threes. He had it going, so we stuck with him a bit longer. And it's always look. Devonte is a great teammate. He's handled this situation as best as anybody I've seen. So I'm appreciative, and it's a blessing to have him on our team. And when he gets an opportunity to play and to score big like that, we're all rooting for him.
How important is it for when, JV has a double-double in 23 minutes, and his minutes have kind of gone down depending on matchups. Devonte comes in like that. Willie and Jaxson, Garrett. How important is it to celebrate those guys when they do have moments where they can step up outside of the normal rotation?
It's extremely important. It's what makes our team just connected. Is recognizing guys even when they don't play, recognizing them how they're cheering for their teammates. But then when they get an opportunity to play, they're playing the right way. They're still playing hard. They're doing all the things behind the scenes so that when the opportunity presents itself, they're ready to go in the game and just continue to get better. Like I said, myself, our organization, we're appreciative of the character that we have in our locker room. Without those guys, we wouldn't be the team that we are. And we've made a ton of adjustments since last season. And Jaxson and Willy and Devonte and JV and all of our guys have handled it with grace.
Another 30 assist night as a team. Just what do you think of the ball movement that's been there in the past basically week and a half or so?
Great. We love it. All the guys are touching the ball. They're making the right plays, getting into the paint, kicking it out. We're shooting more threes, making more threes. So I think that's important to our offense. And like I said, it's a fun game to play when everybody's involved.
It's 17 games this season now. Guys have been in and out the lineups, but where do you feel your comfort level is with the team and when it comes to spacing with Zion and Jonas on the floor together?
We're very comfortable with it. Zion is going to, take up some paint space, and JV is more than capable of spacing the floor, knocking down a few threes when he needs to. And that's the makeup of our team. So we try to adjust around those guys. And JV will post up, Zion will post up, Brandon will post up. Sometimes they're all spaced, and we just continue to work on it.
JV's usage has changed from last year a little bit. He's using about 30% of his possessions in post-up situations. His pick-and-roll usage has decreased from like 20% to 14%-ish. Again, it's early. Some of it's incorporating Zion. Do you feel it's something that is a product of the spacing that for trying to fit in a piece like Zion?
I feel like more than anything, it's there's sacrifices on everybody's part in order to be a good team. JV has been great. We've had discussions about, how he can attack offensively, being in the right spots defensively. And in order to be good, there's just sacrifices that all of our guys make, that I have to make, adjustments that we make. And at the end of the day, wherever his usage is, post up, pick and rolls, it's about winning and having a we score mentality, doing it together, and that's what we're about. We'll continue to try to look at how to take advantage of JV when we can, but he's doing a fantastic job of handling things the way it's been going so far.
Was Zion's approximate playing time predetermined or just a feel thing during the game? And Anna, how did you feel he looked, coming off the injured foot?
We were up, 30 points or something like that going into the fourth quarter. So, just decided to not play Brandon, Zion, CJ. That's why his minutes is down a bit. I think he's still knocking off a little bit of rust, but he'll be fine.
In a game where you have a big lead, sometimes coaches like to work on different things. When you have these leads and playing with the team like that, was it something that you guys wanted to work on in the second half? I mean, you ballooned the league into 40 points in the fourth quarter, but was there something like a concerted effort to work on something in particular?
No, it wasn't that at all. It was, our message was we have standards that we want to play to, and in the second half, we want to play to our standards. We want to move the ball. We want to compete. We want to be in the right spots defensively, rebounding the ball, and playing fast. That led us to, building the league, something that, we hadn't done always. And so, to me, that's an area of growth for us.
Coach, Dyson Daniels got a little early run this morning or today. How do you feel like he did just overall running the offense? He got some more spots. It seemed like he was having a little bit more responsibility tonight.
He did great. I thought he got us into our sets. He was early, loud, and continuous with his communication about what he wanted to run. He knows that we have environments, miss environments, make environments, call plays. He did a great job of going out and executing. But I think more than anything, his confidence is growing, and that's good to see.
Gotcha. And during the media chalk talk a couple of days ago, Joel and AD alluded to some holiday plans the team had made so that the team can keep this good rhythm together, even though you have 2 road games coming up. Do you allude to that? Do y'all have any way you're going to get for like Thanksgiving coming back home, or just straight from San Antonio?
Yeah, no, we normally we would I think we play San Antonio Wednesday. We would normally either stay in San Antonio or go to Memphis, but we're coming home to try to spend the whole day Thursday home and take a later flight out to Memphis. It's look, it's the holidays. We want to be around our families. We want to have a chance to eat some of this good food here in New Orleans, and sleep on a plane probably. But it was more about being human. We have an opportunity to be home on Thanksgiving. It's a blessing to be able to share those moments with your family, with your friends. And we decided to come home, and we'll go to Memphis a little later. That was it.
Coach, have you ever noticed when Jose's checking in the game, the crowd's ovations for him just by simply entering the game? And tonight seemed to be awfully loud.
Yes, Jose is a fan favorite, and he should be. The way he plays, the energy that he brings, and he's like that all the time. So when he checks into practice, we all clapping too, just like the fans are, because he just turns the whole gym up. He's just fun to be around, and he's doing fantastic. It's great to see.
And when he does check in, do you ever find yourself thinking, what's he going to do next? What kind of momentum play am I going to see in the next few minutes?
You try not to let it get old. What he's doing is hard to do. He's unique on both ends of the floor. His energy is unique. So every time he gets in, I'm impressed of what Jose is able to do. And now we expect it. So it's twofold, but we're all proud of him, and, we'll continue to grow.
Just the same subject. You've been involved in your fair share of inbound passes as a player. So when you're standing there on the sideline, you see him intercept the inbound in the backcourt and put it right back in. Like, are you amused inside? What's going through your mind? When you see him do something like that.
I've never seen anything like it before, to be honest with you. Never seen somebody hide in the corner and steal the ball the way Jose does. And I'm sure teams are scouting him because I can see the players, when they're catching it, they're starting to look behind them. And I don't know what to do about it, but just let him do it. And it's a gift. Not all of us have it. And he told me he would get me if I was playing. I told him no way. I'll scout you, Jose. You wouldn't get me.
Are you surprised it still works this year?
I'm not. I mean, it looks like he's on the bench when he's hiding in the corner. So it's something he does well, and I'm sure teams are looking at him. But hopefully he continues to come up with steals.
Did it take some getting used to when you first saw him as a player? Maybe in camp, you're like, why aren't you just get back on defense or anything like that?
Yeah, I was actually screaming at him to get back. I was like, Jose, what are you doing? And he just kept doing it. And now, none of us say anything, and he'll come up with, in 10 games, he'll come up with 3 or 4 steals. So it's pretty unique.
So does he remind you of anybody that you encountered throughout your career, as far as just the energy he brings? Just anybody?
No, not that I can think of. Jose's one of one. All right, thanks, guys.